Yeah, you remember the time that I had a friendship date with the Golden Glove boxer Monet and his mother. I call her Mrs. Jenkins. You know what I mean? She was in the same classroom with that big crazy Chinese kid who had to play with the soap in the bathroom. Yeah. So, anyway, I told you I invited them to my place to have a dinner, watching a nice romantic movie and everything, right? We were watching a romantic movie in my room, and then we saw them two lying on the bed. I lied on the bed. Monet had her head on her shoulder, and her mother also had her head on my shoulder. We're watching a romantic movie, and all of a sudden, um, both Monet and his mother had their back turned. They were talking to me. They were saying that, am I interested in her? I said, of course. I mean, you're a lovely woman. You're a lovely girl. All of a sudden, somebody popped on my window, took a flash, took a picture of us, right? So and then I thought it was the fucking lightning, thunder lightning, right? So so then then there it goes again. You know what I mean? So then you know then I saw that somebody pop up my window, right? Took a cash flammer, took a flash again, right? So and I was like this. Listen, hold on a second. I'll be right back. You know what I mean? So I went around the corner, and it was fucking Gregory Adam. I saw him running down the block, like heading toward the train station. So I was like, all right, okay, I'll get that motherfucker. Watch, okay, I'll get that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So then the next day, that happened on a Friday night. The next day on a Monday morning, I said Monday afternoon. I got there, right? And then all of a sudden, um, Billy Wilkins was there. And I got something to show you, Mr. Lopez. Yeah, what you need to show me? There's nothing going on between me and the woman, okay? So I want you to get that out of your fucking head. I want you to get that out of your fucking head. I want you to get that out of your fucking head. You know what I mean? So he showed me a fucking picture, right? Right? And then he gave me an ultimatum, and he does not have the authority to do that. You know what I mean? He gave me an ultimatum. He said, if this shit happens again, then I'll be removed from the crew. But then I spoke to Dave. I called Dave, and I told Dave, um, and then he also heard about it. He thought, I'm still Danny. I heard you had a dinner date. Between the daughter and the mother. But well, I invited them over to have dinner with me. You know what I mean? It's not a relationship. It's just a friendship. We're just friends. With nothing going on between us. Well, we were having dinner, and then we're watching a romantic movie. And all of a sudden, this Gregory Adams started spying on me, taking pictures of me. And David's like, he did what? You know what I mean? Taking pictures of him. I thought it was the thunder and lightning out there. You know what I mean? He took a picture of me, right? So, and then he tells me, then he says, whose idea was it to do that? Guess. Guess whose idea was it? And he goes to, oh shit, I should have known. I should have known. Oh, then this guy gave me his ultimatum. And he does not have an authority to do that. He said, if this shit happens again, then I'll be kicked out of the crew. You know what I mean? That's not gonna happen. Just be careful. You know what I mean? I will. There's nothing going on between it. We were just watching the movie, then we did. That's it. That's it. We were just watching the movie. But then, later, after work, after Greg finishes his work, Javier told me to go follow him. To go follow him and let me know what he's doing. So he met up with his friends up by the train station on High Street Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, I mean he met up with his friends there, right? So then Javier gave me a camera for me to take pictures of what Greg is doing. You know what I mean? His friends, they were having smoking beers, smoking some pipe of marijuana, and doing fucking drugs. That's what I was doing. So I said to him this, hey Greg, caught ya, right? Caught ya. You know what I mean? So, and then I took another picture. Here you go. That's what you get for spying on me, bro. Now I'm spying on you back, motherfucker. You know what I mean? So then I ran as fast as I can. Especially these two guys, they can't run for shit because they got knee injuries and shit like that. So I'm able to beat out Greg. You know what I mean? Into the train station. I caught up the A train. And then I said to Greg, fuck you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I went straight to Javier. I gave him the camera. I gave Javier the camera. You know, it's like, check it out. You know what I mean? And he said, what was Greg doing? You know what I mean? He was on the High Street Brooklyn Bridge, hanging out with a group of friends and doing fucking drugs and smoking marijuana. And it was like, thank you, Danny. You did a great job. I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I got him back. Yep, I got him back. Wait to see what happened next.